Hi students, good morning all of you and welcome back our online class Science 8th standard. Students, today we are going to continue our 7th chapter, the cell. In previous classes already I have explained about that organism of cells in organism and different parts of that plants, about that what are the organs or what are the different parts of the plants already I have explained. But students, today we are going to discuss about that cells in organisms versus bricks in a building. What we are going to discuss today, friends? Cells in organisms versus bricks in buildings. Okay, students, already while the introduction last time I already informed you, cell is the basic unit, that means smallest unit of the organism. Cell is the basic unit or the smallest unit of the organisms. Okay. Similarly, if you take that versus, if you compare to that with the bricks and pages of the book, you can understand. Students, you should see here. I am explaining to you about that. You have to already idea. This is a wall. So many bricks are made and it is made of a wall. Already you have idea about that. One wall is made of by bricks. So bricks is the smallest unit of the wall. Okay. And similarly, if you see that one your textbook, without pages, can you make a book? So number of pages are combined together and making a book. Similarly, so many number of cells combined together and forming a organism. Okay. So students, this is the comparison. This is the cells in organisms versus bricks or pages. Bricks in the buildings. One building making for, one houses making for. What is the need? First of all, we need the bricks. Without bricks, can it be possible to make a building? No. Without pages, can you possible make a book? No. You cannot make a book or you cannot make a building without bricks. Similarly, friends, without cell you cannot make an organism. So, or any cannot possible to make an organism. Okay, friends. So let us see. We can see that today we are going to discuss about that cells in an organisms versus bricks in building. Okay. So as mentioned that earlier, living organisms are made of cells. A cell is the smallest living unit organisms. But what is the difference here? You have to understand, friends. Cell is the living organisms, living things. But bricks or pages, these are the, what is that? These are the non-living things. Okay, friends. So today we already I have told that this is the one book. So many pages are there. So many pages are there. Then with the pages we can make a book. Okay. So these are the comparison and about that one wall with one organism. Okay. So without bricks, not possible to make a building or to make a wall. Similarly, without cell we cannot make a, what is that? Organism. Okay. So it is not possible. Next, students, we are going to discuss about that variety in cells, number, shape and size. Students, different types of numbers are there in cells. Okay. And shape also difference is there and their size also difference there. Cells in different organisms show variation in their number, shape and size. Cells in different organisms having the different number of cells and different shape of the cells and different size of the cells. Today now we are going to discuss about the number of cells, about what is that shape, size and numbers. Okay. So okay, friends. So now it is cell numbers are the unicellular and multicellular organisms. First of all, we will discuss about the what is that? Cell numbers. So how many cells are there in that organisms? Some organisms having only one cell, okay, that is called as a unicellular. In that microorganisms chapter that 2 that you have studied, that what is the microorganisms, that is like a protozoa, that is our amoeba. So it is unicellular, okay, protozoans are unicellular. So students, having one cell only, okay, having the only one cell, so that is called as unicellular. And then multicellular means human beings, okay, other animals, okay. So tiger, bear, that whatever that other animals are there, that are called as a multicellular. That means millions of cells are present in the body, okay, in the organisms. So students, today we are going to discuss about that. Based on the number of cells, the organisms may be divided into two types. Based on the number of cells, according to their number of cells, their organisms are classified into two types. One is unicellular, second one is multicellular. Unicellular, who are they? Already I have told. Suppose what is that, students? Amoeba. Okay, this is unicellular. You observe that picture, students. This is called as unicellular. Yeast, and this is also one unicellular organisms. So you can draw this. It has only one cell. You can see this, but without microscope you cannot see. So this is very microscopic, means with the naked eye we cannot see the amoeba. Okay. So students, see that organisms consisting of a single cell, this are called unicellular. Uni means one, cellular means cell. Which organisms contain that only one cell, that is called as unicellular. Okay, what are the examples? Yeast, amoeba, bacteria, okay, paramecium, euglena are the unicellular. Students, remember that. What are the examples of unicellular? Unicellular means uni means one organisms, or which organism containing only one cell with it is living. So that organisms are called unicellular. And generally, what are the examples of that unicellular? Amoeba, paramecium, euglena, okay, and bacteria, protozoans, these are the protozoans, and euglena, paramecium, yeast, amoeba, bacteria, these are all are the unicellular, because these organisms contain only one cell. The single cell in unicellular organisms perform all the necessary functions like respiration, nutrition, movement, growth and reproduction. Already I have told you, friends, how like that that organisms are doing that all that functions. So cells also having that characteristics of all that functions like organisms, like a respiration, reproduction, okay, digestion, all the process or all the functions are also having of a cell. Okay, that means amoeba also doing that respiration, amoeba also doing that digestion, amoeba also taking that nutrition, all that works reproduction. So amoeba is also unicellular, but also it is doing all the function or having all the characteristics as like a, what is that, our organisms, okay, multicellular organisms. Like second, organisms are consisting of more than one cell, these are called multicellular. If that one organisms containing more than two cells, more than one cells, that means that is called as a multicellular. Okay students, what are that? That all the living organisms, multi means many cells. Larger living organisms are that millions of trillion cells. For example, all large organisms like a cat, dog, fish, frog, elephant, human beings, mango tree, sunflower plants. So multicellular organisms. Whatever that we have seen that all that like a cat, dog, fish, tiger, human beings, trees, mango trees. All these are the having the multicellular, millions of, that means trillions of cells are present in that organisms. Okay, that's why it is called as a multicellular. Okay students, you can see this, these are the multicellular. One plant you can see having the more number of cells are there, and also on cat or human beings, these are the having the number of cells, that means multicellular. Did you observe that, friends? According to the number of cells, microorganisms are classified into two groups. One is unicellular, another one is multicellular. Unicellular means the organisms having only one cell, that is called as unicellular. Okay. For example, paramecium, amoeba, bacteria, euglena, okay, fungus, these all that, yeast, these all are having the only one cell. Okay. But what is that multicellular? That organisms having that more number of cells or million cells, that means more than one cell, that is called as a multicellular, like human beings, cat, dog, plants. These are the, what is that? Multicellular. Different organs perform various necessary functions in the body. Different organs perform the different functions. That means kidney, whatever they doing, lungs, what is doing, heart, what is doing. Different organs having the different functions of our body. Okay, friends. So, okay, friends. So these are about the number of cells according to their, it is classified in that organisms are two types. Okay, friends. Next we will discuss about that cell shapes. Number of now over. Now we will discuss about that cells in the next video. Okay. Thank you.